create a simple shell script using with which we can get automate export and import commands. Okay, so let me show you that. In the current directory we are having this file, right? Example.sh. So I will show you as an example that how it will work. So just execute it. Okay, so first of all guys, we have to ensure that what we want to do. Okay, so we will go with the export dp, right? So just select option number 1. Yeah, you will get this menu, right? So inside this, what we will use, we will select first, right? First we will enter the user and password, right? So just write it here, give the username and password for the export dp, then mention the directory dump dir, right? Then mention the dump file name export full db.dmp, right? Then the next would be, if you want to mention the schemas, okay, you can select 4. Then tell that number of schemas. For example, I will take 2 schemas. Okay, so give the name of the first schema, which is system, then the second schema, which will be sys aux, right? Done. So after schema you can mention the tables also. Okay, so first of all, if you already mention the schemas, okay guys, so you will have all the objects by default will be exported, right? But for just for the sake of the example, we will take the tables as well, then mention for you. So here just mention number of tables. Okay, so we will take number table 3. Mention the table number 1, which will be, for example, we are taking just an example, Monday. Second table Tuesday, third table Wednesday, right? Done. So after that you can also mention the include as well, right? So include means what table you want to include. Okay, so just enter number of tables for include, right? So just for the sake of example, we will give a 2, right? So here we need to mention in the format as schema.table, right? So system schema and table will be Monday, second will be system.tuesday. That's it, right? Next, for example, we don't want to take a statistic. Okay, so we will exclude statistic. For that we will use option number 7. Okay, it will include exclude is equal to statistic, right? Include is done. Then the finally we will mention the log file. Okay, mention the log file. So the log file would be in the format as db.log, right? We will take the log file as this one, right? So after doing all of these entries, we will choose close. Okay, and you can see here we can have output in this manner, right? So guys, in this way we can get an ready-made command, okay, by using the shell script. Okay, just need to mention some difference here. There it is, exclude, right? Okay, also for the this one, right? This one also mention the exclude, right? So this is all about let me okay, this is all about export. Now we will take the example of import, right? Example. So select second option, then again first give the username and password, right? Second, mention the directory dump dir. Third, mention the dump file export. Okay, export full db.dmp. Okay, we will just going to import this. Then after this mention the schemas. Okay, if you want to take the schemas say 2 schemas. First one is system, second one is sysocs, right? Then mention the tables, select option number 5. Mention the number of tables. Okay, we will mention 3 tables. Table name as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? These are only example. For example, I'm taking this, right? So these are all tables done. Then mention this include exclude. Include, okay, number of tables you want to include, or say 3 tables. Mention in this format uh, system dot Monday, system dot Tuesday, system dot WDNESDY Wednesday, right? Done. Then exclude statistic. Okay, then mention the log file name which will be export. Okay, we will take import full db.log. Okay, this will be log file. Done. Just mention the ninth. and you can see here, right? So this is the output. Okay guys, so this is the ready-made command we are getting from this. Okay, so this is what we will going to create in this video. Okay, so you can get ready-made commands and execute them after this simplification. You don't have to mention them exclusively. Okay, so just create a directory here, my directory Monday. Go inside Monday. Okay, there is nothing currently. We will create a sample.sh script, then change the permission to it, sample.sh, then go inside sample.sh. First what we will mention, the bin bash, right? After that we will use select a command, right? Then mention com. Okay, com will be the variable which will hold the options like export dp, import dp, right? So it will go one by one. Com equal to export dp, com equal to export import dp, right? Then mention do, then mention case. Inside this case statement it will compare the options, right? Mention here com in option number 1. If it is export dp, then do this, right? So inside this we will create a simple variable, empty variable. Okay, let me show you empty variable with the export dp, right? So this is our empty variable, or leaving export dp as a way. So next again we will take the select command. Okay, and here we will mention the options in. Now we will mention our export dp parameters, right? User, password, then the directory, then the dump file, then the schemas, then the tables, then the log files, then the exclude option, include option, and close option, right? So these are the options, right? Okay, so these are the options for the export dp. Okay, now we will use case statement to check the option variable for each of these values, user, password. Okay, in. So for example, if option is equal to user password, so do this, right? So we will mention here, take the input from the user as enter user password, right? So it will take the input from the user, that enter the user password, and it will store it in this inside this variable named as user password. Then if the user has been if the user has entered the password, then collect the password. Okay, collect the password and attach it inside this command, right? Okay, once the user has been entered the password, it will attach this user password with this string variable command, right? So it will come up in this way, export dp, then the user slash password, right? Now just end this. Now the next would be directory, right? Directory. Okay, this will also come, needs to come here, right? Yeah, okay, this is good. Now the directory, right? So if the user has choose directory as an option, so do this read prompt for the directory, right? Store it inside this directory variable. Then if so, then again concatenate it inside this directory equal to, right, directory. Okay, so this will again this will be like export dp username password, then directory is equal to this one, right? This will come up in this way. Now the next will be dump file. Okay, so if the user choose dump file as an option, then do this, right? Read p enter dump file, right? And store it inside this variable called as dump file. Then again dump file equal to, mention the dump file variable here, then So this is all about dump file. Now if the user chooses schemas as an option, then do this, right? If the user chooses schemas as an option, then read number of schemas, right? And mention here n, store it inside this, and we will create again a empty variable for storing the schemas one by one. Okay, we will use for loop, so that each time the user entered the schema, new schema name, it will be stored inside this scheme variable. Then using this if else statement, if the I is less than n, then execute the this command, right? P enter schema name, right? Schema. So one by one this for loop will prompt the user for entering the schema one by one until it reaches to the n, right? Then it will store the schema inside this variable. Then after doing it, we will concatenate or say add this inside this empty string, right? हाँ नरमा बोलिए. हाँ. हाँ हाँ. क्या फिक्स था, मैंने ना फुल बैकअप ले लिया था उसको सिर्फ. हाँ मैनुअल किया था. नहीं वो जो R1 बैकअप करके है ना डेटाबेस अपना किसका कैटलॉग का है शायद वो, तो वो तो डाउन है ना, तो वहाँ से भी कनेक्शन नहीं हो रहा था. लॉग फाइल में जब चेक किया ना मैंने, हाँ वही. हाँ मैंने ले लिया, फुल बैकअप ले लिया. हाँ लोकल भी लिया था. नहीं नहीं आर में स्क्रिप्ट नहीं एडिट किया, मैनुअली है ना, बैकअप डेटाबेस करके किया मैंने बस. हाँ नहीं नहीं स्क्रिप्ट नहीं रन किया, स्क्रिप्ट रन ही नहीं हो रही थी. अच्छा. हाँ 15-16 तारीख लगी उसको. यहाँ से नहीं है. Then next if the I is less than the n, right, then run the below command. Okay, so it will ask for the it will ask in the way each time you will enter a new schema, okay, until it reaches to the nth schema. Okay, so for that, so if this is true, right, if I is less than n, then schema will be add this schema and comma. Okay, or else just do this. Okay, it will just add the schema and just that, right? It will not add up. If the I is greater than, if I is equal to n, then it will add this only, right, without the comma. Okay, it will be the final. Then just finish, then done. Okay, just end this for loop as well. And finally we will add all these inside these schemas equal to scheme, right? Okay, so finally we will add this, right? So this will be done, right? Just give a comma here, just give a space bar here. So just this much. Now complete the option. Now next to the tables, right? Tables will come. Now inside the table will be same as of schemas, right? Here also we need to prompt a user to enter the say number of tables, right? Mention n, we will store all the values inside the n, then create an empty variable, string variable, that will hold all the values. Okay, in the sequence, let's say sequence from 0 to the n, right? If test hyphen I is less than n, right? Same, okay. Then do this, right? Read hyphen p enter table name, right? Here we will mention the table name. Just mention the table name, and here tvl as a variable that will hold the table name, right? Then after doing this, just we will add this value inside this table, right? What is this table? Equal to say table, right? And if this is not true, then just add this much, okay? Just one more thing, comma, okay? We will add a comma here, and if not so, then this will be the final table, okay? And just do it, finish, okay? After finishing it, end the for loop as well, and finally again we will do insert all the values inside this. Okay, done. Then in this option, now the next would be log file, right? For log file, we will just ask the user to enter the log file, okay? Enter log file and store the value inside this log file variable. Then inside the command we just mention this, okay? Log file comma spacebar, then end this, exclude, okay, done. Exclude command, okay, exclude equal to statistics, right? We don't want statistic here. We will add a spacebar here as well, right? This much is enough. Then end this, and inside this include option we will take the read hyphen p, okay? Just ask the user that enter number of tables you want to include, right? For include, and we will store this inside this n variable. Now just mention here empty string variable, okay? Again we will use for loop to loop each and every option, okay? So it will keep on asking table names. So again we will do test I is less than n, then perform this command, okay? So it will be same like of before, enter schema table, right? In this format, right? This format we will store it inside this schema table.
नहीं क्या क्या है मेरे अंदर
नहीं बैठा पहली बार आई तुम हमारे अभी
साइन ने भी तक काम निकाली ना क्या बात तो धंधा बातों में आके तोड़ने को लगी देखिए तुमने आके
मेरे ना
आओ के देख लो
बड़े जाने का भाई
जाओ
अभी तो बहुत पसारा होगा
हाँ फिर बहुत ध्यान पर
इसीलिए तो ना अच्छा होगा ना दो दो संडा बाथरूम हो जाते ना तो अच्छा करने तो तारीख किचन का रख दिया है ना किचन का संडा बाथरूम रख दिया
हाँ उधर किचन
का तोड़ेंगे हॉल का
पीछे का हल्का तोड़ दिया उधर अनिशा रहती थी ना अली कोई रूम था इधर
बराबर
उसके आते बनाया था मैंने उनकी शादी के पहले बनाया था
तुम्हारी अनिशा ने घर की रोला खेले वो भी तो बेचेगा ना बोले
नहीं
बिक गया ना बोले
नहीं
नहीं
वो ऐसे साले बनवे के लड़ा हो गए थे दिया मैं बनवे के 5 लाख रुपए झगड़े हो गए इनके तो अब भी क्या फिर तो मेरे पास आया चीचा तुम ले लो कमेंट जितने में लिया ना 14.5 में ले लो गए लेकिन नहीं अंदर है कुछ नहीं मैंने मेरा पड़ोस चिल्लाए को मालूम पड़ोस के बनवे को क्या या ये चीचा कर दे तो मेरे पास आया नहीं वो चीजा लेना नहीं वो लेके नहीं हम ऐसी हमारा ऐसे चलता है गुस्से में गालियाँ दिया क्या मैंने इसको ऐसा बोला होता बोला उसको कह रहे थे साइड पे जा रहे नहीं को वो साइड पे करने जाएगा बाल बच्चे छोड़ के नहीं कह दिया कि मेरे पैसे रख दे बोले ठीक है बेच डालता क्या अजी टीचर को दे देता क्या साला जाके डालो हाँ 5 लाख तो लग जाए लेकिन क्या उसको और दे देता मैं क्या उसको 10 लाख पहले आनी सही नाम से तो घाबर के जोड़ने के लिए उन्होंने पैसे अपने खुद के होना तो कर लेना पूरा कर्जा करके कर लिया गई दिन
हाँ है
14.5 लाख एक दो दो एक हजार दो 2-3 लाख रुपए थे उसके बाकी बनवे नहीं दिया बाकी कुछ लोन से बैंक से लोन काढ़े ये काढ़े
बैंक का लोन में अच्छा था
हैं
यहाँ तो लेना नहीं देता कुछ बता वो भी किसी नाम से
कहीं ये एरोने भी जाते रहे काम पे ये बाहर गए
यूपी होटल था यूपी होटल
यूपी आते
हाँ दूर जाना है इधर से
दूर है यार ऐसे
क्या
दूर वाले यूपी होटल में काम कर रहे हैं
हमारा अब्बा आए तो जल्दी गए रूटीन
चलिए तबियत खराब है ना पूरी शुगर है ना पूरी 32 साल हो गए शुगर सबको आते हैं आ गए थे वो रोड देने को आए थे
रोड
रोज रखने में
हाँ हाँ
इसके लिए रोड देने को आए थे
रोटी आज अच्छे बनते
अपने घर के तो घर गए बड़ी लड़की उधर ही रहती ना हमारी दोनों लड़कियां उधर ही रहती ना छोटी लड़की बड़ी लड़की
हाँ आगे पीछे रहते वही
हम्म